and welcome back to Weird Dough. So I wanted to let you guys know that we're putting out sort of a little bit of a special series. Since everyone's in isolation right now, myself included, I found myself doing a ton of baking. So I've added all of that baking that I've been doing to my instaStory, but I wanted to share it here on YouTube with you guys as well. So all the recipes for everything I make will be in the description down below. So let me know if you make anything, and I hope you enjoy. Bye! So now, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, I have these cookie cutters. Rainbow, shamrock. Let's make some cookies. We're gonna make this recipe, chewy sugar cookies. It's on the back of the bag of sugar. I don't know why everything is so red in here at night. The PM Weird Dough is very red. So what you do first is you mix the flour, 2 3/4 cups. It's a lot. We're gonna measure it. Be right back. So we have these little tiny flour bags. Because of the virus, when we went to get flour, they had no regular bags, so we had to get all the tiny bags they had left. It was only 3 though, so I didn't really overdo it, you know. So anyway, here's our 2 3/4 cups of flour. Then we add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So 1 teaspoon of this. Funny how it'll freshen your fridge or make cookies. And a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt. Coming at ya, baby. So in a different bowl, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cream the butter, this much butter. It is 1 1¼ cup of butter. So I have those weird little baby sticks. That's 1/4 cup, 1 big stick, and 1 fat stick. 1 1/4 cups of butter and 2 cups of granulated sugar. And the sugar is where we got the recipe, so hopefully it's good. We're gonna put it together, we're gonna use the mixer, and we're gonna cream it. Show you when it's done. Creamed, fluffy butter sugar. Now, we're gonna take our eggs. We have 2 eggs here. 1 medium egg and 1 extra large egg. In case you're wondering the size difference, this is it. But I feel like medium plus extra large equals 2 regular eggs. So you beat them together 1 at a time, and then you add the vanilla. So let's crack it in. Whoop. 1 at a time. Okay. We're gonna beat it in. Here we go. Look out, kitty cat. Here it goes. Okay, my sweet friends, now we have it here ready to go. And the last thing we have to do to achieve sugar cookies is add in the flour. And it's just, you just put about a 1/2 of it, maybe 1/4 of it in at a time. You beat it in gradually. Oh, you can't see it. I don't know. Can you see it? You can see it. And you just use your mixer at first. And then towards the end, you use a wooden spoon or your hands. Okay, here it is. Sugar cookie dough. And I also would like to point out my spatula is green in honor of the holiday. And in this particular recipe, it doesn't tell us to put the dough in the fridge, but I know from experience that if you put your dough in the fridge, it will be much simpler and easier to roll out your cookies and cut them into shapes because it just makes it a little firmer. So we're gonna refrigerate this dough for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna make some rainbows. Let's do it. So our dough has chilled, and we're gonna take this 1/2 of the dough. It looks pretty good. And what we're gonna do with it is we're gonna put it in the freezer for later this week because to be honest, we're gonna do a lot of baking this week because we're stuck in the house. So now we're halfway there with a pre-made little weird dough. Perfect, can't wait. Now this part is the roll it out part. So what you do first is you take some flour and you just sprinkle it right down on there onto your surface. And we're gonna take a part of the dough. So you shouldn't really take the whole thing of batter because it will be just too much. So we're gonna start with this, which is actually kind of a lot. And we're gonna see how it rolls out and see if we can make a rainbow. Okay, here we go. Got our dough, flattened it out, got our rolling pin, put some flour on it, and then you just roll it out. This is a very soft dough. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. So we've got it all rolled out, and we are going to use the cutter. Here it is, so pretty. Then you put your cutter as close to the edge as you can, and you just push it down. And then there we go. Whoop! Rainbow! Once you have them all cut out, what you do is you just ball your dough back up. So you just ball it all back together, and you do it again. And so you just roll it out nice and flat and make some more rainbows. So here we go. Roll it out. Make some more rainbows. Perfect. Whoa. Little hard to do here. Little hard to keep together. But it looks pretty good. Great. Rainbow. Here's our little misshapen rainbows and shamrocks. In the oven they go at 350 for 9 minutes. Guys, things got crazy in the oven. Look at these fat rainbows. This is the fattest rainbow I've ever seen. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work, you guys. Look at this. Connected. Gotta break it apart. In an attempt to save our fat rainbows, we are gonna make some royal icing and we're gonna decorate them. Because usually that's where my talents shine anyway, because the science of baking occasionally eludes me. So let's make some icing. Okay, so we have, this is a reference. Our girl, Kim Joy, who is our hero, we love her now and forever. This is a reference to her royal icing recipe here that she has. But because of the virus and the lockdown and we only have so many eggs, we are gonna use one egg and then some of this heavy cream that I just happen to have lying around. Okay, so in our royal icing, we don't use the full egg, we have to separate it. So here we go. What you do, you crack the egg, you hold it like this, you separate it, and you use the little part, whoop, see that? And now the yellow is still in here. So we have our yellow in our cup, and we have our white in this bowl, and we're gonna dump it into our sugar. All right, so white in the sugar, we're gonna mix it, see if we can get some icing going. If you're an avid weirdo watcher on YouTube, which you should like and subscribe, but if you've watched episode 2 or episode 4, you know about making the royal icing, and when you do so, you have to do the stir test. So according to Kim Joy, the perfect royal icing is a 15-second icing. And what you do is you stir the icing and you count and wait till it falls back together into the bowl. I'm gonna show you. Okay, here's our icing. You stir it and then you count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 12, 13, 14, 15. And to be honest, I feel like that's a pretty solid version of a 15-second icing, and we're gonna go with it for our fat rainbows. We have mixed all of our colors together, and we're gonna do what we always do here with the royal icing at Weirdo, our patented move. It's called the scoop and scrape. So you take your bag, fold it down, you take your icing, you scoop it like this, and then you scrape it into the bag. Scoop and scrape. And you do that for every single color that you have. So from yellow all through the whole rainbow. Here's our colors. They're very bright. And of course white for the clouds. I don't know if we're gonna have enough for all of the cookies, but we're gonna do at least 1 rainbow and 1 shamrock and then go from there. So let's do the rainbow first. Okay, we got our tip here. And you squeeze and then you pick it down and then you put it back up. So that's how you do the piping. And then you flood in between. Give it a try. Check back in with the color. It's pretty cute. We have 1 pretty adorable rainbow cookie. I love it. And then we're going to use our edible glitter, which you probably remember from episode 4 of Weird Dough, the firework cake. And what you do is you take your paintbrush and you take a little bit of vodka and then you tap the glitter in the vodka and then you put the glitter on the cookie. So you just do it just like this. Glitter. Glitter. Vodka, glitter. You can kind of tap it. You guys, I don't know if you can see it, but the edible glitter. Look at that edible glitter, you guys. This is a beautiful cookie. Let's taste it. Let's taste how this glitter shamrock from the back of the sugar bag tastes. It's actually really good. It's super crunchy. It's a delicious sugar cookie. Way to go, back of the sugar bag. Who knew? Delicious.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you have thumbs, and feel free to subscribe. If you want to see the behind the scenes footage, follow me on Instagram.